guys, today I'm going to reacting to RWBY Rose versus Maka Albarn. RWBY versus Soul Eater, a death battle. The video is by Death Battle, and if anyone watching has not seen this video yet, please pause the video and click the link down the description to watch the original video before watching my reaction. Doing so really helps out the original content creator of this video. And also, I am not really sure on who I should choose for this because I have no clue about either one of these characters at all. I only decided to do this because I did get a request for it. I guess I'll just listen to their overall talking points before the battle begins, and I'll make my choice on who I think is going to win. That's how I'm going to do this, since I have no clue on either character, on how strong either one of these characters are. Let's start this reaction now.
RWBY Rose versus Maka Albarn.
The battle of spunky teens with oversized gardening tools. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Oh, I see why that they decide to use these characters, because they both wield scythes.
A death battle.
Although I do gotta say, RWBY Rose does have the cooler looking scythe, though.
Fairy tales, stories of heroes, and warnings about eating those little berries, and quicksand. So much quicksand.
Yet in the world of Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous Grimm, and there was nothing more exciting than that to RWBY Rose.
Daughter to the world-renowned huntress, Summer, who disappeared. Little Red really wanted nothing more than to be a huntress.
Her dedication paid off. Admitted into Beacon Academy 2 years ahead, a premier school for huntsmen and huntresses, RWBY clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. RWBY doesn't leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose. It may look like a high-tech scythe, and it is, but it's also a gun. RWBY made Crescent Rose herself. It's like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and a bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grimm.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and scythe at the press of a button. RWBY's an old hand at flinging and moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being, like, bigger than she is. How does she do it with those noodle arms? The girl can't even throw a punch.
Well, she might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grimm, though not all of them.
Or it could be like Mjolnir, it could only be allowed to be wielded by the chosen person who's supposed to wield that weapon.
It can make weapons stronger.
I'm not too sure since I've never watched the show. But that's the only thing that would make sense.
Nature's wrath in man's hand.
Dramatic, but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the world. Fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Does that last one count?
Rule of cool, Wiz. She's got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you with dust, a bullet wound's the last thing you'll be worried about. With enough of a boost, ice dust can freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade steel.
A person's aura may be limited, but RWBY can keep track of hers with this handy health bar on her not smartphone.
RWBY blasted through Huntress classes with flying colors. Almost right away, she was appointed the leader of her own group, with Weiss Schnee, Blake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong. Oh! I get it! Team RWBY!
But RWBY's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire. And with a flash of silver light, Beacon had fallen.
RWBY's friends? Dead. Her school? Totally wrecked. Her sister? Disarmed. All because of a lover's spat that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But RWBY wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier. Could she really save the world like her fairy tale heroes? All she did is what she's always done and never stopped moving forward.
Because Crescent Rose wasn't the only thing she needed. She had to improve her semblance too.
Right. While aura is essentially the manifestation of one's soul, the semblance is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a superpower farmed by aura. And Ruby's got super speed. Or a teleport. Or what is she doing exactly?
Close. This is Petal Burst, a mixture of speed, teleportation, and intangibility. Ruby can rocket from one point to another in milliseconds.
By literally bursting into petals.
Sort of. According to Best Robo Girl Penny, Ruby's semblance is extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its molecular components before zooming off in complex paths, negating the laws of mass entirely.
AKA Super Speed Plus. And Nora is best girl. Ruby's petal burst is so quick she can make flying missiles look completely still. Good luck tagging her with a bullet. Or a breadstick.
She is certainly quick enough to give Emerald and Mercury a hard time, and they've dodged actual lightning.
She's faster than Blake, who could keep up with the most cringe faunus of all, Adam Taurus.
Well, he did draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such a beam is created by accelerating charged particles to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such a powerful
Under
ability,
light speed.
Ruby could safely shine her smile for years, even as she carried the fate of Remnant across the world. To her friends, she was a beacon of hope.
Well, yeah, because she's got one more superpower. Her silver eyes. Just like her mom, Ruby inherited them from the god of light as a weapon against negative anti-life energy, like the evil goop Grim spawned from. Just a wink and blam. Sayonara, Dragon of Darkness.
But Ruby's skills didn't falter after her time at Beacon. As she journeyed across Remnant, she leveled up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized foes. Her team could even match the Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional huntsmen.
Including Harriet, whose super speed semblance was totally outclassed.
Wait a minute,
by
I am
Pepper,
confused.
and mine, who's more-
Did they just mention all of her friends died? Unless they did some time backwards shit where she managed to bring them all back
was
to life.
strong enough to contain a boss
I am
that was about to
confused.
decimate the whole city of Mantle. Man, these are some pretty powerful auras.
Though it's important to remember, Ruby is only 17 years old. The weight of being a leader, a savior, and a huntress like her mother would get heavier and heavier and heavier.
She got over it. Look at her go!
Taking Crescent Rose firmly in hand and sending a message of unity to the rest of the world. Ruby had finally left the fairy tale behind, taking one more step toward the day we've waited for.
Oh, guys, if you're wondering, I did do a jump cut just now, because they had an ad for prize picks.
A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body.
But all the unjust evil souls of this world are on the Disney Fast Pass to becoming a Kishin.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into chaos and madness. If only someone could stop them.
Bing bong, it's the DWMA. Welcome to Death Weapon Meister Academy, where death rules. Literally, his name is Death.
Here, Lord Death tasks humans to become spiritually talented meisters of demon weapons.
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really, they transform into weapons. Guns, ninja stars, hammers, you name it. A Meister weapon pair kills and consumes lost souls to keep the Kishin away. Jack the Ripper? More like Jack the Fraud.
And so, the demon weapon Soul was paired with the dutiful rising star, Maka Albarn.
Talk about your classic teacher's pet. The kind of girl who leaves an apple on the desk and goes, "Teacher, you forgot to give us homework," and then we jump them.
As if Soul's any better, a weapon who's too concerned with being cool to do any real work.
Hey, Soul's not just any demon weapon, he's a scythe, and he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest level of Death Scythe.
Which would be a high honor. And lucky for Soul, Maka always aims high.
With that common goal, Maka and Soul formed the Dream Team. All they needed was 99 Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe, since Maka is extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls. She can detect spiritual presences from millions of yards away and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Time for class then. The two trained hard, but their styles kinda weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants to go, but Soul, the scythe, does all the actual movements himself. Maka's the Meister, Soul's the weapon.
Like conductor and instrumentalist, a Meister weapon pair cannot work in harmony without total cooperation.
Too bad their teamwork sucked. They fumbled the easiest chance for Death Sight status, F-.
Maka just could not get in tune with Soul's wavelength. She was skilled, sure, more skilled than most.
Keyword, most. There were plenty of rivals showing her up, like Blackstar and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better than you.
It was up to Maka and Soul to improve their teamwork through Soul Resonance.
What I said about wavelength wasn't metaphorical. Rather, wavelengths are the means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one alignment.
If the Meister's the guitar and the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's Soul Resonance.
Soul Resonance creates a telepathic link and
Now, is it
surges
sort of
their
like
strength and
sounds
speed.
sort of like
And preps them
fusion?
for cool sight moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy strike that puts the L in evil.
As the name implies, it works especially well against witches and other evil creatures. It's not exclusive or anything.
It's actually really deadly against evil because of Maka's rare anti-demon wavelengths. Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit, though one would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a, unique encounter with Krona, which nearly killed Soul.
Now Soul had an ogre pal in his head, waiting for him to swing on over and play the piano. Yep, Soul got infected with black blood.
Black blood was specially brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens and strengthens its user's body, inside and out, increasing their physical ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force of fear and sadness all living things possess, which threatens to ruin the world.
So it was kind of a big deal that Maka was bummed by how she got Soul in a jam. But thanks to Soul, she got over it and even welcomed in their new little ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the black blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of black blood too, even the crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Crota.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. Madness was spreading everywhere.
So Maka and Soul
Now it
had to
sounds
lock
acting like a
in
disease.
and upgrade their witch hunt to the even stronger demon hunt slash. They went on even more missions to reap souls with classmates like Blackstar, and that guy outran his own shadow.
Perhaps the most obvious evidence ever of faster than light speeds, and Maka could finally keep up with him.
Pair that with her fight with the demon tool Gopher, who could obliterate whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
And yet, Maka's
Yeah,
relationship with Soul
that's pretty powerful.
still faltered. Soul was the real star here. Even other Meisters were trying to take him as a weapon, away from Maka.
I mean, he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
But Soul said the truth. In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory. An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony, and Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's an armor literally made of blood, and it lets Maka fly around and shoot out her soul as an epic sound wave. So freaking metal!
At the same time, Soul discovered he could hack souls and directly transmit Maka's anti-demon wavelengths, basically shutting their enemy completely down through Soul Adagio.
And they finally achieved
that
Death
sounds
Sight.
broken.
Dreams here, baby.
So when Krona's own black blood reached its final stage, Maka and Soul flew to the moon. A moon small and unassuming, but so dense it has the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend Soul until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing, bro.
In what would be Maka's final exam, Maka, Soul, and all of their friends faced off against the Kishin.
And she passed. A+. Maka pulled her weight and perfected her teamwork with Soul. Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
Asura did everything he could to separate them, crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until they kicked his ass with one final upgrade, the Kishin Hunt Slash. Maka Chop! Now that's what I call absolute cinema.
Because a sound soul dwells within a sound mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars, just write 42 42 564 whenever you want to knock on death's door.
Okay. After hearing Bosa's analysis, I'd say probably Maka's gonna win, because that one thing where she can literally hack her opponent's soul, that sounds very broken. And the fastest I heard that RWBY could go, I'm too sure. I'm not sure if I heard a speed feed for Maka. So I'm gonna say Maka is gonna win this. I ain't too sure if I'm right or not, but let's see.
Congratulations to us.
Wiz, your ego is showing.
It always is. And why not? This death battle is episode 200.
Well, yeah, it's a big deal, so we've got a big discount on our website to celebrate.
That's www.deathbattle.gg.
Website members already get awesome deals like exclusive
Well, I'll leave
Death
this
Battle
one
merch,
in,
the whole
guys.
episode archive,
Since they're just
YouTube,
advertising
and a
their
bunch of behind the
actual
scenes
shop.
goodies. And if you sign up today,
It's not an
use our
advertisement
code
for a website or
DB200
anything.
to get 20% off.
You can only grab this discount in the next 2 weeks, so use code DB200 to get 20% off your website membership as soon as you can.
Where else are you gonna find such absolute cinema? No, really, we made an absolute cinema desk mat that's on the store. It's cool as fuck.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a side battle!
Okay, it's official. This is so not cool.
Oh, come on, Soul. Our target should be here, so try helping out. Hi! Who are you looking for? Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path, and the Shinigami has called for you. Your boyfriend turns into a scythe! Oh, that's so cool! Your soul is ours! I like my soul, thanks.
Oh, now that I think about it,
Moves are sick.
the only other ability that RWBY that's pretty overpowered is her silver eyes.
Focus. She's good, but we can handle it.
Let's go, Soul Regiments!
Ow! Oh, it's good. Yeah, she's not a fist fighter. Shotgun!
Get back here!
Yeah, that was her sniper shot thing. Yeah, this fight is awesome.
Soul, hurry!
I'm playing the piano.
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Relax.
Sorry, but I'll never stop fighting. I'm Ruby Rose, and I am a huntress.
Soul Adagio.
Ruby!
The wavelengths. Damn it, she's. Stay strong, Maka. You got this.
I am dead. Yeah, we got her. Awesome. I was right. Maka won.
A simple, honest soul. Ruby Rose, huh?
KO! Rest in peace, Ruby. But hey, it's not often you get to see scythe-on-scythe action.
Yeah, I
like
knew it.
Let's break this
That
down
soul
into
hacking
4
ability
categories
was
that
too
best represent
broken.
This matchup. First, strength.
Or a supercharged Ruby's strength way higher than you'd think, like kicking this Grim through steel. But Maka's soul resonance could match Gopher, who destroyed mountains.
Now, Team Ruby did defeat Vine, whose aura contained a bomb.
Well, the
that
other
could
reason
have
why I
wiped out a
thought
city.
Maka
Adding up
will
their
win,
flight
she
speed
was
and
only
how far
stabbed through the
Harriet said they'd
chest
have to
during the
fly to
final
avoid
fight,
the
and she
blast.
kept on
That's
fighting.
a 366 kiloton bomb.
It's possible Ruby's own aura possesses a similar level of, say, energy strength, though her semblance obviously can't replicate what Vine did.
Black Blood Maka got blasted by Asura into the moon. Yeah, it's small, but its mass is the same as Earth's, right?
Putting Asura's strikes at 2 quadrillion tons of TNT, over 5
Yeah.
billion times higher than Vine.
So, Maka takes strength, but speed wasn't as clear-cut. Ruby's a fast little gal. Maka kept up with Blackstar, fast
Oh, yeah,
through the
she does
shadows
have
and
that
whatnot.
teleporting
But as they
thing.
improved their skills, Ruby and her friends could outspeed Atom.
Who blocked a particle beam. Though given the distance and time to react, Atom moved about 42% the speed of light. Not quite faster than your own shadow territory. Still, Ruby's pedal burst has become far faster than this over time, and clearly gives more than a 2-time speed increase on top of that 42%, making her well past light speed.
Definitely enough to take on Harriet, who was all about speed. Angry speed.
This isn't to say Maka couldn't keep up thanks to Soul Resonance, but pedal burst makes this comparison close enough to call it a tie. And their speed would be key to winning in skill.
Come on, Wiz. Call it what it really is. It's scythery.
That's not a word.
Maka's
Scythery.
scythery was pretty good, but Soul does all the movement for her. As a Meister, she was mostly a guide.
It's easy to assume that Ruby's scythery was superior. She's entirely self-sufficient at dancing with her weapon.
Soul's own control is still a factor here, but it doesn't change that Ruby's been swinging that thing for way longer than Maka. Ruby's got scythery in the bag.
Perhaps this edge would be enough for Ruby to avoid
Oh,
Maka's
they
far
had
greater
to give her
strength
1 point
if
on
she
something.
had the better powers.
So, Aura's really cool. Barriers, healing, superpowers,
Yeah.
and so on. But it's got one big weakness.
It is a finite resource that is required for all of Ruby's powers.
Pedal Burst, activating dust, even powering up Crescent Rose takes juice and some aura. Once it's gone, Ruby's totally vulnerable.
And there's a second key factor regarding aura. It is specifically a manifestation of Ruby's soul.
And Maka's powers are all about taking on souls. Maka had
Hey,
lots
yeah.
of ways to break through
Yeah, the
Ruby's
soul
aura,
hacking.
like Soul Adagio.
And since Maka is exceptionally gifted at examining souls, she could definitely figure out how aura works.
But plot twist, what about Ruby's silver eyes? Her anti-grim eye beams? Turns out they were actually her best secret weapon.
The negative power
Yeah,
of Grim
but the
is quite
problem is
similar to
Maka's not
Madness
evil,
wavelengths,
so
which
it would
power
not work
Black
against
Blood.
her.
Since anti-demon wavelengths can cancel out Black Blood, the silver eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka and Soul's whole story is about reaching that perfect soul resonance. Asura tried every way in the book and more to separate their wavelengths and failed. And we already talked about how much stronger he is than Ruby. Maka takes powers, because when she rose to the occasion, Ruby didn't stand a
Yeah, especially that
semblance of a
soul
chance
hacking ability is
and
too
bit
broken.
the dust.
That's
The
the
winners are
that's the
Maka
whole reason why I
Albarn
thought
and
she'd
Soul
win, and I was
Evans.
right.
Wait, his name is Soul Evans? Next time on Death Battle.
That was funny. Okay, what's next?
Subscribe and join as a member
Oh,
to
Blade
see more
versus
Death
Buffy.
Battle. Thanks for watching.
Okay, that one was a really good fight. The action was awesome. Although I am looking forward to the next one, because I am a fan of Blade. And actually, I was surprised I was actually able to guess who was going to win. That's awesome. Anyway, that's my thoughts, guys, and that's it for my action. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.